How nervous are you?
My heart hurts. I can't breathe. I'm sweating.
Are your knees weak and your arms are heavy?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti, meatballs. Don't be nervous. We're just gonna have a conversation.
I know, but I'm on the hot seat now. Okay, it's fine.
Okay, so when you put other people on the hot seat, how do you make them feel like it's gonna be okay? Like, how do you lower the heat on the seat?
I just talk about basic normal stuff at first because it makes people feel more comfortable because it's like
Yeah, it like
it's a conversation then. It's like
eases you into it. Right. Okay. So let's get to the hard questions. I'm just kidding.
please, please let's do that.
Um, no, first I kind of wanted to just get into like who was Sarah growing up? Like I want to know like background, a little background on Sarah. Like where are you from? How many brothers and sisters do you have? Did you grow up in, a household with your mom and your dad or like
Yeah.
who was Sarah?
Yeah, okay, I'll tell you about my childhood a little bit. So born and raised in Kansas, moved to Connecticut for 2 years, moved to Switzerland for 2 years. My family was together that whole time. We moved multiple times because of my dad's job. Um, but we moved to Switzerland and then we planned to move back as a family. And then 6 days before we moved from Switzerland back to Kansas, my parents told me that they were getting a divorce. So that kind of was like my first like childhood trauma when I was 13.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, we moved back and then my dad lived in Missouri, my mom lived in Kansas, and it was like a 50-50 custody situation and they were like fighting it out with lawyers. Um, Mom lived in a duplex. Dad lived with his new wife. They got married super quickly. Um,
Yikes.
yeah, and then I don't know. Yeah, that was like my early childhood. So
Yeah, moving around. I moved around a lot as a kid, and it was really challenging for me to like fit into new groups of people and like navigate when you're trying to like figure out who you are. What did your dad do for work for you guys to move to Switzerland?
um, like contract stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you still close with your mom and your dad?
Yeah. Yeah. I had to go to therapy with both of them at different points
Hmm.
because we there were rifts there.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, we're all good. We're all good.
Good. Do they live in Kansas now?
My mom lives in Florida in St. Pete, and my dad does live in Kansas. So,
Okay.
mhm.
And did you say you had brothers and sisters or no?
Yeah, I do. I have one younger brother.
And
Yeah.
are you close with him?
I feel like I raised him. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you have that like protective energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so you graduated high school in Kansas,
hmm
and then what did you do after high school?
Yeah. So I went to a Catholic high school. Came out when I was 16 there.
Okay.
And then I went to four different universities because I didn't know what I wanted. But
Okay. What do you mean by came out?
like of the closet.
Okay.
Yeah.
As like bi?
hmm
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um,
What was that like?
well, it was hard because some of the friends that I had looked at me sideways and like didn't want to be my friend anymore.
Really?
Yeah, they thought that I was like gonna like spontaneously like wanna if you see
Keep
what
them.
I'm saying. Yeah,
Hmm.
but that's not.
Okay, so they had some phobias going on.
Yeah, yeah.
Love that. And
hmm
do you think that's because of the Catholic school?
Yeah, no, it was super judgmental.
Yeah. Damn.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's hard. I'm sorry.
It was okay. I mean, the real one stayed, you know?
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
Find out who your real friends are when you're going through something challenging.
yeah,
All right, so 4 colleges. Jesus.
yeah.
Jesus.
I started out majoring in plant physiology. Um, Failed my bio 2 class, realized that was not it for me, and then I switched over to psychology because I was really good at it and I loved it. So I was like, why would I not do this?
Mhm.
And yeah, I stuck with it, and I'm so glad I did.
So you started out with that other thing that I don't remember exactly how it's said, but
Plant physiology.
that's the one.
Mhm.
And then you went to 3 different other schools for psychology, or
Yeah, so I went to JCCC, which is a community college. I went to Pitt State University. I went to UMKC is where I got my bachelor's in psychology, and then I went to KU for a certification program in health psychology. After it's like half of a master's is how I explain it to people. Like,
okay.
yeah, so
So psychology, that is that why you do what you do now?
like interviews or
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think so. It's why I can't sit in front of a screen and just beg for roses with like all day every day. Like I have to have conversations. I have to do something meaningful. I want to understand the way people think. Like that's
Mm.
just the way that my brain processes information.
So after you graduated, did you work anywhere that has to do with your degree? Like what did you do and how long did you do it for?
Yeah, so for a year and a half, I worked. It was like a social worker, but I didn't need the like certification for it because it was like a government funded thing. And yeah, so basically I worked as a social worker with people with traumatic brain injuries for a year and a half. I worked as a research, like somebody who helped enroll participants into research studies for like 6 months. And I also worked as a clinical manager at a transcranial magnetic stimulation mental health clinic
Mm.
for like, I think also like a year and a half.
And
Yeah.
that was your most recent, right?
Um, yes and no. So the research and the other one were kind of like coinciding. It was at the
Okay.
same. Yeah.
Yeah, at the same time. So, 'cause I looked through every single post that you ever posted on TikTok,
Yeah.
which took me a while because you have a lot. And the videos I've seen are like these people putting this shit on their heads.
Yeah.
And I think you were asking them questions during it or something like that. So explain what the hell that is.
Yeah, so if you have like any mental health issues, insurance will cover things like depression or OCD. But basically, you go into that type of clinic when you've tried, multiple forms of medication, talk therapy, this or that, maybe potentially ketamine treatments or other things, and you still have not been able to remit. So it's kind of like treatment resistant mental health stuff because it is really expensive. But what it does is it rewires the circuits. So like you're gonna have that placed on a certain area of your head, and that will target a specific part of the pathway for whatever mental health issue that you have. So it'll like stimulate or de-stimulate that area depending on what it is.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Um, so have you struggled with mental health issues?
Oh yeah, a ton. Yes.
So like I mean, I want to hear what you've struggled with and how you deal with that.
Yeah, so like I started having panic attacks when like even before my parents told me and my brother that they were getting divorced. I think I could just like sense stuff was off and like it affected me. And so after they told us and like we moved and it was all these multiple like insane transition periods, I tried to like, you know,
Yeah.
commit like, and it was multiple times and eventually I was hospitalized for that. But I've struggled off and on with depression, anxiety. I was diagnosed with ADHD. But yeah, I guess the best, like, I read an entire book about depression. Um, and it goes over like things that you can do on a daily basis, like get adequate sunlight, sleep, journaling, taking omega-3 fatty acids, like,
Mhm.
certain things like exercise, like high intensity interval training, certain things like that that I really have tried to implement into my life.
Yep.
But I still get like seasonal affective sometimes because without sunlight, I'm so off.
Well, girl, you live in Kansas.
Yeah.
Like, move.
I
I
know. I need to. I really need to.
Yeah, I mean, I have experienced all those things as well. I was recently had a new diagnosis, so I'm on a totally different medication, which has changed my life, but it's also really scary. Um, and the seasonal depression is something I really struggled with, and moving south helped that. So, would
Yeah.
you be open to moving?
Yes.
Yeah, what's keeping you in Kansas right now?
Well, so my kid lives here, and so it's just like ease of access. Like whenever her parents are like ready and open to like having visits, that's I want to be there, like on at the drop of a dime.
So, you have a kid.
I do. Yes.
And you said her parents. So talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so when I was 19, I was knocked up with a boyfriend that I was dating for like a few months or whatever. And together we decided the best plan of action would be adoption. So I chose to do that. Um, yeah, I was like searching for a family to adopt her my entire pregnancy. We went through like multiple families and then I finally found one that I was like, I share similar values with you guys. You don't want to raise her on an iPad, you know? So yeah, I chose adoption.
So I want to know like what your process was as to like, because as women we have options and choices. And so what was your like thought process on choosing adoption rather than other options?
Um, so all my friends told me to get an abortion, and I was like, I don't want to do that. Um,
Is that because I know you went to a Catholic school. Is there religious beliefs involved in that, like your thought process, or just morally it didn't feel right, or like what was it, or was it a multitude of other things?
yeah, no, so I was. It wasn't the Catholic school. I think they did implement some things into me, like I wrote like a crazy paper about birth control, and like all these. I don't know. There were a lot of things that they taught us about that, but I never was Catholic. I never like really shipped Catholicism.
Mm,
I believe in God. I'm religious, but
sure.
not to that degree. Um, I don't know. It felt like the right thing to do. I made pros and cons lists. I really thought it through. And
Yeah.
before that, I was like, I was doing every shrug under the sun. Like,
Hmm.
so I completely stopped cold turkey everything when I
Wow.
realized that I was pregnant so that I could make the best decision possible. And I didn't know if I wanted to raise her or if I wanted to do an adoption, but I wanted to keep those both open.
Those were your two options. That was
No, I mean, I might have chosen.
okay.
That was still on the table for me, and a lot of people told me to do that.
Sure.
Majority of people in my life told me to do that,
What
but
about your parents? Did they know?
I mean, my mom was probably leaning on the other
Yes.
way too, but my dad was like, "You need to raise this kid," and my mom was like, "I'll support you with whatever, but I don't know if you're ready for this," you know.
Right. So when you decided on adoption, which by the way, being 19 years old and having to think about those huge decisions and the way that you went about it, I think I know for me, in my experience, I got pregnant at 18. Um, and I chose to exercise my right to have a smortion.
Mhm.
And I think I regret it sometimes, but for you to be so, I just commend you for being 19 and making such a grown up decision because your frontal lobe was like an infant, right? Like,
And underdeveloped because of all the
oh my
things I was
gosh.
putting in my body. Like I had the mental capacity of like a 12-year-old or 13-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I think that's amazing. And so okay, so you chose adoption
Mhm.
and you said you picked the donor or not the donor, sorry. You picked the parents because of their values, because of how you just felt like they were the right fit.
Yeah.
Um, so what was it an open adoption? Was how old is she? I'm guessing it's a she.
Yeah.
And like, what is the relationship there?
Yeah, no, it's so good. It's so the adoption agency that I ended up going with said when they finalized it that it was
Mhm.
the most open adoption that they've ever facilitated.
Wow.
Yeah, so the agreement is like 6 times a year. But I also get to go to like her soccer games, her dance recitals, like her graduation, just random like fun things that she has going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like we FaceTime randomly, and it's just really like it's it's a dream. It's more than I could have ever asked for.
That's amazing.
And she knows that I like gave birth to her
Okay.
as much as like a 7-year-old can. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
Like she has called me mom before, but she calls me Sarah. Like she doesn't really like call me mom because
Sure.
her mom is her mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
That's
cool. It's like
amazing.
so cool. I'm like the cool aunt or something, you know?
So you fully like looking back, you're like, I made the best decision.
Yeah, a
That's
million percent.
amazing. That's amazing. And you said 6 visits. What does that mean? Like visitate, like supervised? Do you get to take her?
Yeah. No, we don't. I don't ever like take her by myself. I know that they would trust me to do that, but it's yeah. I don't know. It's not like that. It's like we all just go to the park, or we all just go to whatever, and just
Okay.
hang out for like a few hours. So
So cool, Sarah.
yeah, it is. It's
Really
awesome.
cool. Um, so I was watching your videos. Um, and there was some talk. There were some pregnancy videos that I saw. So what's that about? Like, catch me up on that.
Yeah, so last year I was talking to the adoptive mother, and she was just really frustrated because they've been trying to adopt another baby, and it just hasn't worked out for them.
Okay.
So I said that I would be their surrogate if they wanted for free because for me it would be like just bringing another
A
sibling.
sibling for your daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, she would have like my egg too. It would be my egg and then whatever sperm donor too. So it would be um, like an
There would be
actual.
like blood relation
Yeah.
to her. Oh, that is so awesome. Are you
Yeah.
still trying to do that?
So we tried 5 times and it didn't work out. And it's so expensive. Like, girl, it is so expensive.
Yeah. I know. Amanda and I tried once.
Yeah. So
And
if somebody, if I win the lottery, then I would probably use my money for that. But
right.
it's just,
Now,
yeah.
were you paying for that out of pocket or were,
No, no. I mean, I would pay for like the pregnancy tests and
of
stuff
course.
like that. But it
Yeah.
wasn't. Yeah, they covered all the doctor's visits and
Okay.
everything. So
Wow, that's amazing. I forgot to ask. So the dad, what's the story?
yeah. So it just okay. I'll say it like this, right? So during the pregnancy, my mom was helping me pay for my apartment because basically the way that she had put it was she will support whatever I do, but she's not going to raise another kid, right? So she
Mhm.
wanted me to be independent, out on my own. So she helped me pay for the apartment and kind of like, you know, make the decision, like if I was going to do this,
Yeah.
and like test how it was going to be with that man. And he did not want to stay there probably like 90% of the time because he was out like getting messed up on whatevers and like being with his friends and just not super mature and like okay, last part of this because Loki a trigger, but so if this tells you anything, when I was giving birth, I was probably like 4 or 5 centimeters dilated at this point. Um, like sitting in the bathtub, holding his hand. He was like, I don't know if I want to choose adoption anymore. After I after we had done all this work, after you know what I mean, like, and
Yeah.
so I was like, you need to leave. Like, you actually need to leave because I'm like focused right now. Okay, I'm locked in.
Mhm.
And so he went to see like the hospital therapist or whatever, and then like figured it out. But like he had not processed any of it the entire 9 months. Like he still, he was still at that point like
Wow.
not with it. But yeah, and I was like, I'm sorry, but like we're doing this. So
Wow. Okay. So last minute, he's like, I want to keep this baby.
right, like as if he was gonna be there at all for it.
And, but everything was already signed and it was done. Or can you decide last minute after the baby's born, you can say, you
Yeah,
know,
you can do that in Kansas. I think it's either 24 or 48 hours. You have to wait until you sign, actually, because they want to make sure that like this is a decision that you're really making, that you've really thought through, and that you're like once you hold your baby in your arms, dude, shit changes. Like,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
so like they don't want to have like birth moms that don't actually want to choose adoption, like
No, I
sign
get it.
papers before they even give birth. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
they,
yeah. I mean, the minute I held my son, it was mama bear, all of
yeah,
that. Um,
yeah.
so how does that work if the father wants to keep the baby, but the mom is already made this decision? Like, how does that work?
I actually think that both parties need to agree.
Did
Um,
he eventually agree?
yeah, no, he was just having like a momentary lapse in judgment. Like
Okay.
he had wanted that the entire time, and he was like, obviously, it's really intense when you're giving birth. Like,
Yeah,
you know what
totally.
I mean? Like he was like coaching me through it for a second. And you know what I mean? I don't know. It's like any possible bonds that there were the entire time that just are like brought up again. It's heightened
I
emotions.
mean, everything is so, emotions are running so high in those moments.
Yeah.
So, last question about this, and we'll move on. Is he involved in the open adoption at all? Or? He
Yeah.
is?
He sees her too. Yeah.
Wow. Do you guys see her together, or is this like a totally separate? Yeah?
Yeah, and and before, so when we talked to the families, this is another reason I really liked them. Him and I were both sitting there together, you know, talking to the couple, and
Mhm.
they said that something that they really needed from us too is that we would be cordial,
Mhm.
because you know that wouldn't be good for her psychologically if like him and I couldn't even argue or couldn't even agree to like be nice to each other in front of her.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I mean, like, obviously, I'm not like his biggest fan, but I would do anything for my kids. So I'm not gonna like let weird emotions get in the way of anything. And at this point, we don't really like him and I don't really care anymore like that.
Yeah.
So
It's been 7 years, so
yeah, so it's like we've kind of trained ourselves to like compartmentalize it or whatever, you know. So it's all good.
that's amazing. That's really amazing.
Yeah, no, it's such a good situation. Like I
It's like God is there, right? Like God led you. I don't know. I believe in that.
I do too. I do.
Yeah. That is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So after you had the baby, you finished college, right?
Yes. So, okay. So, right. Yeah. No, I took another. So, I was actually in school when I was pregnant,
Oh,
which
okay.
was also awkward as fuck. But it was at a community college, so it was less awkward because everyone had their own stuff going on and nobody really cared. Um, and then I took another semester off after, which almost didn't go well because I needed something to do. Like I leaving the hospital without your baby in your arms is just like really traumatic. So I had some pretty bad like PTSD from that and postpartum depression.
Mm.
And then I was just alone. Like, you know, I was alone and that made it worse.
I'm sure you sought help, right? Like,
Eventually, not in the beginning. I like accrued some agoraphobia from it. Like I couldn't even leave my house. Yeah.
did you have people that were like supportive or there for you, or?
Sometimes, but like I said before I got pregnant, I was always doing like drugs, right? And so like all the friends that I had left me when I was pregnant because like I'm not gonna do those things anymore, you
Sure.
know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was the crowd I ran with before and they just weren't there anymore.
Damn. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Like, I couldn't imagine, right? Like, giving up. Like, you made the right choice, right? Like, giving your daughter up for adoption, but leaving the hospital, and nobody really thinks about that, right? They're like, oh, that's amazing. She's like giving her daughter up for adoption for the better life and blah, blah, blah. But nobody thinks about the birth mom that has to go home without a baby. Like,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Yeah. It was hard. It was the hardest part of my life.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. But you were able to finish college, get a psychology degree, like get all these jobs and be really hush. Be focused and passionate about what you do.
Yeah.
So it worked out. So I want to know, like, what what made you get on TikTok? Like,
Get on TikTok in the first
get on,
place.
yeah, get on TikTok. You have this like psychology like degree. You're working in the field. What the fuck?
Yeah. So okay. So I started making videos when I worked at the TMS clinic, the mental health clinic. What I wanted to do was because I was like the clinical manager, and you know, if I had patients sign waivers, then I would be able to live stream it and hopefully like disseminate information about it and basically teach people like the safety and like the efficacy of the treatment because I was really really passionate about it.
Mm.
But then I actually, it was crazy. I ended up quitting right before I got to 1,000 followers, which is like back then how many that you needed to go live.
Yeah.
Um, because of like some really not good practices that were happening with the manager or like the CEO of the company.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was like harassing.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Me and one of the other women
Oh
left
no.
on the same day. So
So you ended up quitting.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah,
So then you decided to just go live on TikTok?
yeah, right. So yeah, so I had an internship in Spain. Um, and so I started live streaming that. I live streamed. No, that's not true. So I actually live streamed my trip to Vegas with my friend Grace, and then I live streamed my my trip to Spain. So, cause yeah, it was just fun. And then I had like home work when I was in Spain. I was like just chilling at home doing like the work that I needed for the why can I not think of words?
Like the class or the internship
Yeah,
or
for the internship. It wasn't a class. So basically I was like helping students get accustomed to like the international school that they were in. But yeah, so that's what I would just work on and then just go live and like just talk to
you
people. Yeah.
okay. Like just go live by yourself or would
Mhm.
you battle or like when did that start?
No, I never battled until I met a certain person. So
Okay.
he was the first time that I battled.
Okay.
But mhm,
Okay. So interesting.
yeah.
I didn't know that. Because I'm so hmm, let's navigate this.
Yeah.
Because the first time I knew who you were was because you were dating someone that I knew.
Okay.
Um, and without saying his name, because that doesn't matter, because I want to talk about your experience.
Yeah.
Um, how how did you two meet, and how long were you together?
Yeah. So that's how we met was when I was in Spain.
Oh, okay.
He was in Belgium, like seeing his kid, right? And I
Okay.
was in Spain for my internship. And I guess like the way the algorithm works, like you I don't know, like if you're in the same countries or like whatever area like that, then they just kind of pair you together.
Okay.
So I was like on his list of people, and he requested me, and then um I think after that, like he sent me his snap or something, and then I never like responded. And then he sent me a Zeus, and then I did respond,
Okay.
like dang, you know.
Okay.
And yeah, and then we just like started like messaging on Snap, you know. So
Okay.
that's how we met.
Got it.
Yeah.
And then you guys started dating like shortly after that, or yeah.
Yeah. So we talked for like probably a month before we started dating.
Okay. Because it kind of looked like almost like a fake relationship on the internet.
It wasn't.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was like you guys would do like TikToks and things like that,
Mhm.
but then there was a real relationship that had happened.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
sometimes it was too real.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would you say ended the relationship?
We were not compatible from the beginning. It was like two strong personalities ripping into each other.
Okay, so it was just toxic.
It was completely toxic.
Okay, so it wasn't like your fault, his fault. It just like didn't work.
Yeah. Well, I think I learned a lot from that relationship. Oh, by the way, you asked how long it was. It was like off and on, like for like 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow, that's so short.
I know. Yeah. But literally everything on TikTok will never die ever. Like it'll go
Yeah.
down in history forever. That's all I will ever be known for. Yada yada
Yeah.
yada.
Well, it sucks too because you didn't start battling until him,
Right.
and that introduced you to a whole world of people. And like I said, that's how I knew who you were. And so most people probably that's how they know you.
Yeah.
And it is unfortunate because people see and they think that's what it is, right? But that's it's like 10% of the truth. So,
Yeah.
so what do you regret?
um. Okay. I've thought a lot about this
Mhm.
because we've done like toxic questions, and like it actually got me to think about this for real. Um, I don't think that I should have gone back. I think when you recycle relationships at all, it's just there's a reason. Like exes are exes for a reason,
Mhm.
you know? And that's a generalization. I know that some people, like even my mom, her and her current husband, they broke up and then they got back together like a couple years later and now they're married. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But as a general statement, like you're not going to change that much from the last time that you were together. Like it's probably still not going to work, you know?
Right.
So I think after he broke up with me the very first time, I should have just been like, that's it.
Cut it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people's regrets when it comes to like exes. And I know I've gone back after a breakup and it doesn't end well. Like it's most of the time it doesn't end well. I mean, there has to be some like true growing and maturity in order for like your mom and your stepdad to come
Yeah.
together, right? Um, your mom recently got married, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what, 2 years ago now or something?
Yeah.
But she was with him for like 10 years or something, like
I
before.
remember seeing a TikTok of that. That's like rare, right? Like that's super rare for a breakup to happen and then anyway. So um it sucks to have regrets, but like you said, you've learned.
Yeah.
What have you learned?
Don't recycle.
Don't recycle.
No, but okay, so I really did learn though that like I don't need male validation to be happy. I don't. I actually don't, bro. In fact, I was like so scared of like talking to any men that like I just completely went the opposite direction and realized that like I can actually just be by myself and be good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
which
how old are you too? How old are you?
27, just turned 27 last
Okay.
month. Or maybe it's 2 months now, but yeah.
Okay.
I had never been single in my entire adult life, Aaron.
Yeah.
Like this is the first time that I'm like,
I think that's when you grow the most, right? Is when, and for me, that's when I grew the most, is when I was able to like stay in my, like be with myself and learn about me and what I need, what I don't need, what I want, what I don't want, right? Like what I'm like self sufficient. You know, I learned my independence. And then what can you bring to my life and what can I bring to your life, right?
right.
It's all about addition. It's not about like cutting yourself in half to be with somebody else.
It's never 50-50. That's not how it works,
No, no,
okay?
no.
We
No.
should, like, in a healthy relationship, this sounds bad, but in a
Yeah.
healthy relationship, you guys should be, like, raising each other up. You should be getting something from being with this person. It's not
100%.
just you sacrificing yourself to like make them happy and please everything. Like, you know what I
No.
mean? That's not healthy, dude. That's
I mean, sometimes Amanda's at 90% and I'm at 10%. Like, and we just have to, and it goes back and forth on almost a daily basis.
yeah,
It's a challenge, but when you find the right person, they add things to your life. They don't
yes,
suck the life out of you.
exactly. Yes.
That's good. I'm glad that you're single. It's really important to just learn who you are.
No, me too, Erin. You have no idea.
Amazing. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
So, okay. So you got on TikTok, you met him, you learned a lot, the relationship ended, and then there was like some drama that happened. Um, but that was more recently, and we'll get into that.
Okay.
So I want to talk about these interviews a little bit and what your motivation was, what your motive in general was, and because you changed your tune, right? Like you were known for this, you wanted to get out of that and be your own, creator in a sense. And so talk about like your thoughts behind that. Like what drove you to do this? Because it is for I know I've been interviewed by you. It was an awesome experience. I loved it. I've also seen some negative sides of the interviewing, and we'll get into that. Um, but so, what was your thought process? Like, what made you do this?
Yeah. Okay. I'll start. Or so blah, blah, blah. I will start from the top. So basically, I had a notebook full of questions that were so silly. Like, okay, like, do you like pineapple on pizza? But then it would transition to front or back of human centipede. You know what I mean? Just so
Yeah.
silly. And then also like get kind of deep. You know what I mean? We would go all over the place because I was so freaking tired of just battle, 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 battle. No conversation. Not like completely meaningless. It was so tiring, so boring. So I started doing that, but it wasn't very structured, and sometimes it made people feel uncomfortable. So I was like, I need to figure out something. And I also like I used to be involved in drama talk, dude. Like it was bad. I yeah, no, I started drama. I probably inflicted pain on so many people, and like I was putting out content that if I had watched it, I would have like been depressed myself. But I was depressed from doing this. Like I couldn't even go live for a month because I was like, what has my life come to? Like this is so negative and just crap, just trash. Um, but yeah, so my interview started from just random questions and then they transitioned into the more structured stuff. Who did I? Oh, yeah. I interviewed, was it Gordo first? Who was it? I think Gordo was the first. No. Maybe it was Alpha Lauren. No, it was Big Keen. It was Big Keen. Big Keen was first, and then it was Von Kiss. And then it kind of like the ball just started rolling, and it like became this structured thing because it was popular and it was entertaining and it was just fun. So and yeah, I want to connect with people. I don't want to just be like a zombie that just sits here and just begs for fucking money on the internet. You know.
So, what made you choose Big Keen as like your first interview?
I think it was like people that were in my chat wanted to know things about him. Like they just wanted to, because yeah. So it started from that notebook that I had, right? And I was doing questions with other people, and then him and I got on the screen together. And then he was like, "So do you want to interview me or some shit like that?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I just started asking questions that were like deeper, and he was actually engaging in it. You know, like
Cool.
right, like he wasn't just sitting there like,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
Mhm.
Okay, so it started with Keen, then you said Alpha?
I think it was Keen, then Von Kiss, and then Alpha and Lauren, and then Gordo, and then All Money. And
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so what, I mean, obviously when we're on TikTok, I know for me, like I want to have followers and I want to have likes and I want to be liked and I want like there's a validation coming from TikTok, like any social media, right? I mean, everybody can say that you're doing it for clothes, you're doing it. Yeah. Yep, I sure am because that's
Yeah.
what social media is. Like let's be fucking real, okay? I mean, obviously I'm being myself and I'm being real and it seems like you're doing the same, so of course we want to be liked. If that's what cloud is, then yes, I'm all about it,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So your motivation behind these interviews was not only to have better content, but what else?
I mean, yeah, obviously, like you get views.
Mhm.
But I agree with that. I agree with that. That there is like a certain level of like doing it for clout or attention or whatever, right?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But I've taken a hit on the amount of money that I make.
Mhm.
Like I have not been able to go live as much because I'm putting work into the interviews.
Mhm.
Like there's a lot of like I don't think everyone could do what I'm doing right now and like
Yeah.
still be good. Like
Yeah.
it's I am getting more views during the interviews, but that like there has to be like some take, you know what I mean? There has to be
Totally.
some cons. And
Totally.
like I believe in my concepts so much that like I'm okay. Like give me less money, you know, give me less airtime, whatever. Like I know that this is good content and that you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yes, there is some of that, of course, but I don't know. Like it's just something that I love to do. So
So I remember, okay, so prior to you interviewing me, um, I remember we were in like a 2v2 battle, and you had asked Amanda and I if we you could interview us.
yeah,
And my whole chat, I mean not my whole chat, but a few people were like, "No, she's drama. Don't do it.
yeah.
You know, stay away." I mean, it was just all this like caution, caution, like
Yeah.
don't do it.
Everybody's chat looks like that when I ask too. It's not
Yeah.
just, you
Yeah.
know.
And so I told you, I was like, yeah, maybe we can talk about it. And you had messaged me, and I was pretty blunt with you, right? I was like, I don't know. Like, and you kept saying we can do boundaries. We can, you know, I'll talk. I won't talk about what you don't want me to talk about, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
And I also knew you were friends with people that I not necessarily didn't like so much, but just didn't want to be associated with, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Because people nowadays, people have to take sides. We can't be adults sometimes. So whatever.
Yeah. Especially
Uh,
on social media.
it's on social fucking media, like literally. Um, and so I had come into your live because it. What's going on? Oh, I have a puzzle piece. Hold on. Um, I had come into your live, and it was the he said she said, right? There was like somebody was talking about me, and you blah blah. Anyway, I got into your box and we talked. And I really enjoyed the conflict resolution. Not that there was necessarily a conflict, but there was just opposing opinions or whatever, or just plain old ignorance on my part, not knowing who you were and what you were trying to do.
Yeah.
And so we talked about it, and I was like, damn, like I really love the concept of what she's doing. I wanted to be a part of it. Um, and also I had like a curiosity, like what's this going to be like? Like, is she going to be any good? Because it wasn't, you hadn't been doing it for very long.
Right.
And we did it, and it was really fucking cool. And I think the key, and this is something that you may not have total control over, but was just like being open, right? Being
Exactly.
open and honest. That is the key to a good interview.
Yeah.
And that's something that not having control of that, it makes it really difficult for you
Yeah.
because you have to kind of go with the flow of their vibe, right? So I say all that because you've had some positive experiences with interviewing and you've had some negative experiences
Yeah.
with interviewing.
Yeah.
So I want to hear what the best experience is or has been and some of the negatives that you've experienced.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, you kind of just said it, like in a
Mm-hmm.
nutshell. But talking about something that's like really kind of hard to talk about that can other people can actually gain from like hearing about and I don't know, get to know you and just yeah, like that is what I'm looking for. And that's something that you did in your
Mm-hmm.
interview and
Mm-hmm.
other people have in theirs and like that's really what I want out of it the most is like for
Right.
people to open up like that. Um
Well, it's such a different, what's the word? When people are battling, because you're mostly interviewing people who battle, right? Like creators that battle.
exactly.
Um, and so when they're not battling, it can be uncomfortable for some creators because that's what they know to do. Like they're all about like, you know, competition and winning and talking shit. And so when they have to get vulnerable, um, because on social media, you can be kind of whoever you want to be, right? So you're kind of breaking the walls down of creators that don't necessarily show who they really are.
Yeah.
And maybe they're afraid to show who
I
they're.
a while back I had a theory that the way that the community of TikTok live is
Mhm.
has bred more even more successful narcissistic personalities. It's like this little net of like if you weren't narcissistic before, well, congratulations. Like it's all about you. You know, we're sending all of our money to you. You have to somewhat manipulate us to do it. You know what I mean? You're better than these people over here because you're on this list of people that has more money than other people. I don't know. It's like I just don't think it has bred anything that is like social or connect like connection or you know what I mean? Like there's not
Like substance,
yeah.
like money is power to these creators, right? And so as an interviewer for you, how like I know you want to battle Austin, for example. How do you go about doing that?
What do you mean?
Like how do you go about somebody with that's on that list of making the most money going to them and saying, hey, you know, because they don't necessarily need the clout, right? They have it.
Yeah.
Um, so like if I'm Austin, what's your sales pitch? Like what's your pitch to get me to get interviewed by you?
His team, the people that literally support him for like his lifestyle, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like they people want to get to know you on a deeper level. They
Sure.
want that. They want that connection with you. That's why they're there in the first place. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, obviously there's that entertainment value. There's you know, I don't know, something to do, whatever, boredom, but I mean it goes deeper than that. It does. They want to get to know you.
Yeah.
They do.
Well,
So
I asked that because I saw the live of you guys sharing a screen, and I think there was someone else there, but you were asking him for an interview, and he was like confused, and people were in the chat saying stuff similar to what they were saying to me, but there was more because there was a lot more people. They were saying you were so and so's ex, and it's drama, and blah blah blah. And you guys disconnected from the live, and he told his chat, like, what is she gonna do for me? I would only benefit her.
Yeah.
And
Valid.
huh?
It's valid. It's a valid thought, you know.
Sure.
But also, like, why does anybody want to say yes to an interview? Like, why would any other creator want to do it?
Mm-hmm.
It can not, yes, maybe broaden, you know, certain creators' groups, but or teams. Which, yes, you're right. Like, if we're talking about somebody like that, then it doesn't necessarily matter because their team is already at the top.
Totally.
But more than that, it gets to like to know you. Like they get to know who you are. Like they are literally supporting your entire life, and you don't want to tell them any information more than your favorite color.
Mm.
I don't know. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't necessarily understand it. I don't think I ever will because I'm not on that level, and I don't think I ever will be on that level. Um, and I'm fine with that. But yeah, I mean, it makes it really difficult as someone who's trying to pave this road that no one's really done on TikTok. I mean, there's journalists out there that do this for a living, but it makes it hard to deal with these TikTok fucking people.
yeah, and that's why I do like the boundaries, like because I want somebody to be able to like feel comfortable, and I don't want them to feel like it's like I'm trying to like do a gotcha moment or something because that's not what it's about. It's just
Well,
not.
unfortunately, a lot of people do that shit, right? Like, it's rare to come across people genuine on this app.
Yeah.
It is not something you see every single day unless you're in my live
Yeah.
at 8 o'clock p.m. every day. Um, who are your like? Who is on your list? You're like, who would you really want to interview?
Okay, so today I really want to interview Alondra.
Oh, that would be a good one.
I know. I really want to interview her because, dude, I love makeup, and she's literally like the makeup guru. You
Yeah.
know,
Mm-hmm.
she's literally like I have never seen somebody like that. Like she can hold thousands of views when she's just painting her face, but like the stuff that she does, I'm like, you're a wizard, Harry. Like I want to do that. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, she's definitely like right now for me like the top. Like I would love to interview her.
Okay. Have you reached out to her?
So today, kind of, but not really. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. I'm also a law of attraction person. If somebody doesn't want to do it, I'm not gonna pressure anybody.
Of course. Of course. Well, I think it'll catch on too. Like the more people that you do, like you've had some amazing interviews. You've interviewed Perez Hilton, which was so cool, by the way. Um, you interviewed me, which was amazing. Who else have you interviewed that I found amazing? Well, I guess this one isn't amazing, but it was odd and awkward. And so, what made you interview he who shall not be named?
I didn't even go into it thinking it was gonna be like an interview, but yeah, it was a clout grab to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, well, so basically, like a bunch of his chat came over into mine and like kept saying it for like 2 hours until I was like, sure. But that's not really an excuse. Like I knew that there would be views, which is stupid. It was a mistake. It was definitely a mistake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know for me, I was like, what the fuck? Like, what is happening?
I was too when I got there.
Yeah, I
So
bet. I bet. Um, I mean, look, we all make mistakes. And I love that you're honest about it. Like, totally honest about why you did it. And after you're like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that.
no,
But you
so
did.
why? Why? Literally, why? Like, are you okay? You know?
Yeah. How uncomfortable were you?
Uh,
You seemed super fucking uncomfy. And you seemed uh very annoyed. And
yeah.
it seemed like you just wanted to fucking leave.
I mean, I don't know. I was like, maybe this can make a little turnaround or something, bro. It was not fun. And oh my gosh, when I left, my body hurt. Like
Hmm.
I can really feel my emotions. Like I'm a
Hmm.
pretty sensitive person. My
Hmm.
entire fucking body hurt, dude.
Yeah.
Like from stress.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely, I think we all felt that. Those of us that were watching.
Yeah.
Um, it was very uncomfy. And I don't think you got anywhere with the interview either.
No.
Did you post it on YouTube?
No, I was like, I'm not letting that paint LeBron's legacy. What?
So, who, how did that negatively like affect? Did it negatively affect any relationships you've had,
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
your chat? What were they? What's the
Yeah.
goal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was talking to World Fam a little bit more than like a friend, you know? Not necessarily like any labels or anything, but I really enjoyed talking about him and or talking to him.
Hmm.
And he blocked me on like every single account that he possibly had. But not on the phone. And then he called me like a day or two later and was like, "Are we? What's going on?" And I kind of felt like when he called me, it was just to be like, "Hey, I don't hate you, but
But you made a mistake.
peace," you know.
Okay.
So,
So no more world champ.
um, I don't know. I don't know.
DVD.
Huh?
Like to be determined.
Kind of. We talked again. We talked again like a few days later, and then it was kind of flirty again. But
So how does he feel about you talking about it right now? How do you think he will feel about it?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just trying to be open.
Okay. Well, I don't want to like blow up your spot or anything like that.
Yeah. No,
I
I don't think I'm
appreciate.
saying too much. I don't think I'm saying too much.
No. Okay. Um, I'm trying to think if we have covered everything that I've wanted to cover. Um, I think that's all of my questions.
Okay.
I
Do you have a
think
list of
so.
names and my opinions about them?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Please.
Okay. Ask me my opinions of random people on the internet, please.
Okay. First off, Tori V.
Okay. Tori V. So I kind of copied some of her content a little bit because I had a really good live stream one day when I was at Home Depot and I was like an NPC. I was like
Mhm.
acting like an NPC, you know.
I saw
And
that
then,
video.
and
Yep.
then I was trying to do like this whole Barbie NPC shit, which was also dumb, didn't work out.
Okay.
But then like she saw that and she hated it, and then she made a diss track about me.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Did you
which
say did you say diss track?
that's right. Yeah.
Like a music?
Oh yeah.
There's a song?
Yeah, there's a song. Yeah.
Where do we find this song?
Oh, she posts. It's posted. I think. I mean,
Is it like on her TikTok
yeah,
only, or is this on like Spotify?
yeah. It's on her profile.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, and she unfollowed me and shit. You know, whatever. Um, and it's kind of this weird, like, unresolved shit that I'm like, I mean, I don't really hate you, but like, why though? Like, why though?
Well, it seems like you kind of started
I
it.
did, but like, talk to me. Like, tell me to delete my shit or something. You know what I mean? I
That's
don't
so
know.
fun of you, and then you have a rebuttal, and then I'm uncomfy.
Yeah, no, it was weird. But here's one thing I will say about it. Okay,
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know. This is gonna sound really narcissistic. Please don't take it that way. But I think she's kind of stopped making music, and then like she started making music again with this diss track of me. And now she's like popping the fuck off. Like she's done a ton of music now on live. And that's not to take away any of the work that she's done. But like I think she started doing music again when she started making this diss track about me on live.
So you were her muse.
I'm a muse, damn it. I'm a muse.
In your bio tomorrow, I need it to say Tori V's muse. Okay.
No, 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 no. Never that.
Um. Okay. So Tori V, we covered that. What about? Did we talk about your least favorite creator? I don't think we did.
My least favorite creator. Alpha Mr. Best.
Okay, and you interviewed him.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
did that go?
The interview was fine. It was him and Lauren. I don't even know what's going on with them. Like
So why is he your least favorite creator now after the interview?
because of the way that he treated her when they were dating.
Mm. Okay.
It's disgusting.
Mm.
And like the absolute lack of any accountability or like want to change.
Okay.
Yeah, like
You think he's just a bad person?
I don't think anyone's a bad person. I think everyone until their last breath has a chance to make good decisions and bad decisions.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that he has owned up to a lot of bad decisions that he's made, and I don't think he wants to change. And I don't like that.
Okay.
So,
I can understand that completely.
yeah.
I don't like him as a
Then
creator.
it just makes you make more. Like if you think what you're doing is fine, then you're just gonna keep doing it. Like
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. It sounds like he doesn't have any accountability or self-awareness or any of that.
that's just my opinion.
Yeah. No, mine
I
too.
don't associate with him anymore.
What about Bubba?
Bubba the Boss. Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't really haven't really had any conversations with him.
Would you interview him?
I would. I would love to.
I think that would be a good interview. Him
Yeah.
and his wife. I think that would be
Oh
really good.
yeah, yeah. No, that would be. Oh, the couples ones are my favorite.
Couples ones are hitting. I think they hit so good.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. What about Mike Ivy?
Yeah. No, I don't really have a problem with him. I think that he probably went into the interview with some like different expectations than the ones that I went in with, but I don't I'm kind of indifferent.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, give me some more creators. Jimmy Speedway.
Um
Next. What about Six?
We scheduled an interview on my birthday and he flaked.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, he gives himself anyways. What about Missy Peterson?
Um, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like she's fine. She's kind of like everyone else on the app. I don't know. But because of the history of drama, has a lot of like attention from that, which I made a video a while back that said I don't really think that it's cool to give attention to like these pretty negative things, but that's kind of how shit works on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, she's like, I don't really. Here's my thing. Here's my thing. I didn't think it was cool that she did get a lot of hate for something that a dude did. A dude did it, guys. Remember? Yeah, like not her. Like he did it. Like like not. I don't know. I feel like women get all the hate for things that men do just by association. Like I don't think that's cool. So that's my thing. That's my two
Yeah.
cents.
I mean, I definitely think that she took a lot of heat for him. Um, but we also put ourselves in situations, right? Like we can't blame anybody else for what we associate with,
Yeah,
right?
real,
Um,
real.
so there's faults to be had all around, But anyways, what about All Money? You said you interviewed All Money. How did that go?
Yeah, no, he was a cool interview. Like he was very open, and that's what I want. That's
Yeah.
what I look for. Um, and he said it was afterwards. He said it was a fair interview, and I respect that. And I don't know. He's never been anything but kind to me. So, and I take that at face value.
Mm-hmm.
Um, trying to think of like anything that's ever happened like, negative, and I can't. So obviously he's been in his own drama and stuff, but
I mean, at some point or another, we all have drama, right?
yeah,
Like, again, it's social media. Um, I know I've been involved in some drama as well. Um, but most of the time, it's sticking up for myself or sticking up for other people.
yeah,
Sometimes I
exactly.
shouldn't stick up for other people because they wouldn't do the same.
Yeah,
It just happens.
real.
Um, let's see. I don't have any more people
Okay.
because wait, who is that? Tommy
Two
Chacon,
Coats is the homie, bro. He's the homie.
the homie.
Yeah.
What does that mean? He's the homie.
I. It's like have you ever just had like a kind of a crush on somebody, but it's like they're so emotionally unavailable that it's like, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
like that's not gonna happen. Like my cutesy feelings are on one side, but then my like rational feelings are over here. So it's like I can't like as an adult with a fully developed prefrontal cortex, I'm able to like mesh the two things.
Would you say it's more of a lust
Maybe.
situation?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Have you ever had a dream about a creator, like a spicy dream
Yeah.
about another creator?
Yeah,
And
Jeremy Jawbone.
who?
Jeremy Jawbone.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Just cute guy.
He's a
Cute
cute
guy
guy.
on TikTok.
Did you tell him about it?
Yeah, I did.
Was he excited?
Uh, he seemed indifferent, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, but also not like judgmental.
Yeah. No, totally. See, this interview wasn't that bad.
Oh my god, you scared the shit out of me. I don't know why. I was so scared.
Yeah, but you did good. I hope people like learned about you a little bit. How was the interview? How's the interview so far, everybody? Let's
I
hear
like
some
it. I feel good about it.
good.
But we still have to do toxic questions.
Oh, we're doing toxic questions.
Wait, can I pee really quick?
Go pee.
Okay, guys, talk to Aaron for 1 second. I'm sorry.
The thing is, like with interview, like I thought about this interview for a week. And I knew that I did not want to write any questions down. Like I didn't. I just wanted it to be like a conversation. And her honesty and truthfulness, that means the same. That means the same thing. Her honesty and her openness was what led it, right? Like, I hope you guys have learned a lot about Sarah. And I know that I've learned a lot about Sarah over the weeks that since our interview. Um, and I have a lot of respect for her. I have a lot of respect for her. And I don't have respect for a lot of people. And I think I'm a good judge of character. I think. And Sarah's got some good character to her.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
Toxic questions.
Okay, here we go.
Are we ready?
500 quiet game, except it's toxic questions, and I have some questions for Aaron. Let's go. Let's get it.
All right, guys. Write questions in the chat. Write
Questions in the chat. Questions for Aaron, guys. Questions for Aaron.
All right. We have first gift is double. First gift is double.
I know, Lou. Me too. All right. Everybody tap the screen. Let's get it. Let's get the taps up. And two.
Manner.
I feel like they're gonna get 500. Let's try, guys. Emery, thank you. Yep.
TikTok.
They're already
okay. What happened between you and V Swiss?
So we used to talk on the phone. Like, it was kind of flirtatious, but also kind of like, I don't know. It never got really like anywhere. But what did happen? Why did we stop talking?
Did you get the ick?
Huh?
Did you get the ick?
Low key.
I said, did you? You got the ick, yeah.
Yeah, low key. Yeah.
Okay. Amy, we've already gone over that. How will you fix things with check?
I don't think there's anything that needs to be fixed. I don't think I wronged him and he does. I don't know what to say. He wanted to basically jump into the interview with Lieutenant Dan, and I didn't give him that opportunity. I said that I would beforehand because he had full control of Lieutenant Dan's account, but I was able to get an account for Lieutenant Dan, so I didn't. And I didn't want that to happen anyways because it's like I was interviewing him, not Check. I had already interviewed Check.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So, can I ask what happened with Check?
That was it.
That was the premise of the whole issue.
Right. And now he hates me so much because of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you totally are the worst.
I suck.
How
Guys, thank you. Marla, Danny, podcast.
I'm not asking that right now. That's come up with some better stuff, man. That was not good.
Guys, let's get up. Let's get up. Put questions in the chat for Aaron. Marla.
They're about to pass us, guys. Questions in the chat. Questions in the chat.
Guys, put questions in the chat.
Why would you date someone else or be willing to date someone else in TikTok if you already did that and it was such a shitty turnout?
Are you talking about Will Camp?
Mm-hmm.
Because he has a job outside of TikTok. He could delete TikTok tomorrow if he wanted. Okay. Yeah, it's not the same. You know, it's not like his main source of income or something. Okay, guys, put questions in the chat. No, Kimbo. No. Are you friends with Missy now?
Um, I wouldn't say friends. No, I would say that I removed the negative feelings I had for her. I just don't have them anymore. It's more of like a she exists, I exist, and that's that.
Yeah.
But no negative things. Um, I can not agree with some things she has done and said, um, but I don't necessarily like think we're friends or she's not like an enemy
Yeah. What was your first impression of me?
of you.
Yeah.
Um, I thought you were about drama. I thought that you wanted to interview me because Missy told you to do it.
Nope.
Um, and but that quickly changed. I mean, within and the same day,
Okay. Yeah.
it changed.
Yeah.
Um, so it was me misjudging you.
Will you ever be friends with Mike Ivy again?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Did Single on the Move text you when I first met you?
Yeah, she
Okay.
did. She
Okay.
did. But she has since unfollowed me, and yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
Okay. MVP Marla, you got a glove. Podcast, you got a glove. Kimbo, Danny, Adam, Mayan, Crystal.
I think it was Tentook was the ghosty, and then Rhonda, Ashley, everybody double tapping.
Tentuk does not like me anymore. He used to like me. I don't know why.
Hold on. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right,
Everybody,
guys. 500 points, and we can
make
ask
her
her
four base chat.
we can ask her anything.
Guys,
Yes.
go, go, go.
Ghosty, ghosty. He was a ghosty on purpose. Kerrigan, thank you.
Double tap, double tap, double tap. Toxic motherfucking questions, homie.
Yes. Yeah, Brittany, I'll ask when we get 500 points.
Tentook said, I like her.
Really? Does he actually? Like, be for real, Tentug. Be for real, bro. Come on.
No cap.
No cap.
No cap, like, seriously.
Big claws. Okay. Questions. What happened with you and Mike?
um, so I, after your and his interview, when I came in and talked to you and I gave you feedback and I did it in a mature adult way and we had a conversation, he expected me to berate you and like come at you with in defense of him, which I was defending him in just not the way that he wanted me to. Um, and that's kind of how it started. And then he started talking shit about me, about Amanda. Um, and it just kind of snowballed from there. And he, I've apologized about, the shit talking I said because I got pissed off.
Yeah.
And um, and then he didn't take accountability. And so I'm not going to be friends with somebody who's so like unaware of himself and um, yeah, he can just continue dressing like a woman on live. So, you guys have any questions?
Let's go, guys. Get doubles. I'll ask that question when I have more points, okay?
Um.
Ooh!
Oh shit!
Look
Damn
how
it!
we got a glove and doubles. Tierra, Kimbo. Okay. So what did singles text you when we were
Oh.
when I first met you?
I can look. Hold on. Let me see exactly what she said.
Guys, use the glove. Use the double.
She told me, she said, don't, I can't find it in here, but she said, oh, here it is. Um, it's Missy drama interviews. Anyone that has drama with her is exactly what she said to me.
Okay.
And then she said, once I told her my boundaries, she never contacted me, but she is only interviewing people that have Missy Peterson drama.
Well, I don't reach out. No, that's I did. Wait,
We
what?
know that that's not true, but that is her interpretation.
Maybe no. She's probably right though. I probably didn't message her that same day, but no, like I don't just message like I kind of want to like I like to do it face to face and schedule something.
Yeah.
And the reason I didn't message her is because there was like kind of this I felt like she was skeptical right when I spoke to her about it the first time. So I was like, I don't know if she's gonna. It's a vibe thing, you know. I'm not trying to like
Oh,
make you uncomfortable and like push push people. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. Guys, any more questions?
oh man, I riled up the chat. I got
Oh,
Mike people. Mike's people are in here and they are not happy. It's fine. Y'all keep watching drag. It's fine. Okay. Let's go, chat.
okay. When we have more points, I'll ask.
Um, chat, we need questions quick. I don't think she interviewed. Did she enjoy did she enjoy interviewing Dan? I don't know
Yeah, it was cool. Kimbo, thank you.
Oh,
Oh,
that's rude. I'm not asking that.
you can ask me anything, even if it's rude. I know it's from chat, so it's fine.
Goddess MVP, and you got a glove. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much, Tierra, Big Claws, Kimbo, Matthew, Amber, Sneezy, Abby, Crystal, Kerrigan, anybody on Ghost, everyone tapping. Thank you guys.
All right, let's go. Um, 500 quiet. I have 2 questions in the chamber.
Yeah, guys, 500 points and we can ask her anything. I will ask her when we get 500 points.
Single on the move is amazing. She is. She is just not very nice to me, and that's fine.
What does that even mean, Tierra? Adam, thank you.
Chat, first gift is doubles.
Because you're a fucking sweetheart. That's the reason.
Go, 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 go.
Your first gift is double the points.
Get it, chat.
Gift is double.
Ooh, I have a bunch of questions. Okay, cool. So are you attracted to any female creators?
Christy Lee is super smoking. Yeah, I mean, like, there's a ton of hot girls on this app. Like, it's hard not to, you know. But I'm also like, I'm one of those people that I always feel like any girl is not gonna be like into other girls. Like, unless they are like approaching me, I'm like not gonna touch it. You know? But I make it very obvious that I am bi, you know?
Okay.
So
So you wouldn't go after a girl, you would wait for one to come to
you wanna know what's crazy? I went out to the bar the other day and I saw my ex-girlfriend and it was really awkward.
So you've been in relationships with women before?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you like better? With men or with women, or it's equal?
It's always the person. It always just depends on the person.
Okay. Okay. Why did your dad leave?
Yeah, it was like the divorce, you know? It was like he was with his wife and stuff, and then like he had to leave for work. He had to move for work, and that was That was part of it. And I also kind of like at that point our relationship was so like there was a rift, you know. Um so in a way I also left. Like, we him and I left each other for a while.
Oh wow.
And yeah, like I didn't want anything to do with him because of stuff that happened and he was busy and obviously like he cared but shit was confusing and bad situation. So
Yeah. That was the question.
um will she ever let the streak end?
No, Charles, I won't.
Adam, guys, thank you so much for using the speed and the glove.
Nope.
Okay, let me scroll up to find these questions because I know there were some good ones. Do you get along with Faith on fishing?
Um, y- I have apologized for my part in that whole drama. Okay. So being friends with Mike Ivy was very difficult because he always had drama. He always had drama with another female. And so um I would always have his back. Right or wrong, I had his back in public, but I would tell him what I really thought, you know, off the app. And so, him dating Faith and the way that went and how bad that got, I joined in on the shit talking of Faith. Um,
Okay.
and I have since apologized to her because I ride for women and and same thing with like Missy. I had Mike's back. Mike still can't say what the fuck she did to him. That's that's on him. Um, but yeah, I decided to have his back and started not started drama, but joined in the drama.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that. And it takes a big person to like admit to that too, you know? So
No, totally.
yeah.
There's freedom in that though. There's
Yeah.
freedom in saying I'm wrong. I was wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, oh my gosh. Let me find this comment before. Oh no, they're sniping! Dang it, I can't even ask
Take
now.
the wins.
They're up. Dang it.
Take them. Oh, they had a time. Go,
Oh,
chat.
wait.
Go. Snipe it.
Oh my
Snipe it,
god.
chat.
Let's go. Ah! Yes! Good win! Let's freaking go! MVP Kimbo, you got a glove! King Blue, you got a stun hammer! Big Claws! Marla, Adam, Amber, Tierra, Sneezy, everyone else rosing and tapping. Thank you guys. Good stuff, good stuff.
All right, last one.
Last one. Let's make it
Chat,
a good
get your
one.
questions in. Get your fucking questions in. Make them toxic.
Oh,
Okay.
how can you help? What? Okay, what?
Put your hand up to the. There. It's your light. Your light's so fucking bright.
No.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay.
Okay. All right, chat. Take her wins. I'm not fucking around. Interview's
My,
over.
my one win. Okay,
Oh
I'll
yeah,
just say it.
we took your wins, didn't we?
Yeah, you did.
Well, take her one win then. Damn it.
Guys, let's get 500. Yes, Amber. Okay. Is there a creator you despise?
Oof. Um, I am not a fan of that alpha guy because I
Oh,
think he's just a jerk. Um, and he requests me to battle almost every single day, and I
oh,
decline.
cute.
I'm trying to think of other people.
Me too, Blue. Marla.
I think that's like the only one I can
Like,
think
I'm
of.
not. I'm not trying to do like a hate can or like a smear campaign on the dude. Whatever. It's just like the accountability shit and like what he's done. You know.
Yeah, no, I just don't like him.
Valid.
Yeah, I just don't like him.
Candace, I'll ask when we're up. I'll ask when we are up.
No, King Blue? That's crazy. I don't think he likes me either. I don't think he likes any woman, to be honest, but that's just. Guys, toxic question. What
It's like,
happened?
oh, sorry.
Wait, what happened with you and Brandon?
Um, he did a lot of things to some of the people that I'm really close to, and I knew that if he stuck around, then it would happen to me too. So, yeah.
Okay.
Doubles, 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 doubles.
I have no idea who he is.
Cuckoo, you know I'm not gonna say that on social media. You know I'm
Guys,
not.
doubles. Doubles.
Amber, okay.
Doubles, doubles, doubles.
Do you talk to Anthony?
Anthony Nix? Yeah. Yeah, we talked to Anthony. He's he's a really close friend of ours and we love him.
Nice.
Oh, you know what? I do despise another creator.
Ooh,
Brian Vito.
okay. I don't know who that is.
Perfect. No one needs to know who that fucker is.
Vito, you said?
Vito.
Like buzz and then toe?
Yep. Yep. Yup.
Why did you stop going live with Anthony?
Why did I stop going live with him?
Yeah.
Because he's not on TikTok anymore.
Okay, valid. Will you support Nilla when he comes back to the app? He's getting out of jail on April 1st-ish.
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Was there a reason?
Yeah, he sent me an unsolicited picture of himself.
Okay. Valid.
And it was disgusting. It was disgusting.
That's my Velociraptor sound. Right. Okay.
He's getting out April 15th. He'll be back in. He's one of those types. He's not meant to be free.
Somebody said, how has body dysmorphia affected your life?
Oh man, who said that? How do they know that I have that? How has it affected my life? It has made it so I don't leave the house sometimes.
Oh, I feel that.
It has affected what I eat. So I think it started because I had a really bad addiction to substances and I got so skinny and nasty. And so I just have a fear of like looking like that again. And so my dysmorphia makes me think that I'm too skinny, not that I'm.
Yeah.
It's like it's really backwards. So yeah, it has caused a lot of.
It's not backwards. That's body dysmorphia to a T. Is like
yeah. Well, it's like mostly like people think I don't know. I just people who there's a lot of judgment with people that feel too skinny because most people want to be skinny or something. I don't know.
Right. It's like, oh, so pick me or some shit. And it's like, no, yeah. I am struggling. Thank you.
Right.
Sorry for struggling. My bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. Wow. Who knew that I had that? I'm so curious.
Somebody in my chat.
That's crazy.
I mean, people watch you, girl. Like, you're famous. That's why I wanted to.
Literally. But I think it's way more common than people like to admit. Everyone in the world has some sort of dysmorphia, right?
Yeah.
Like,
well, I don't
know. Flaws.
I don't have any flaws. I don't know what you're talking about.
And some people have narcissism. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. joking.
No, but you're speaking the truth.
No, I love that. I think you should be confident, and like, yeah, I get it. Like, no, I really don't think that everybody, or not everybody, but like, I don't think that majority of people have dysmorphia. I think it's definitely prevalent in the American society, and
Well, I guess when I say the majority of people have some form of dysmorphia is because flaws that you see on yourself aren't necessarily what other people see in you, right? So, like, I hate my nose, for example, and Amanda's like, I love your nose. It's beautiful, but I hate it.
okay, I see what you mean. So it's not necessarily like to a disordered level,
Correct.
but it's the
Correct.
way of thinking. Yeah, okay, I
There's
feel
like
that.
a
I agree with that.
spectrum. There's a spectrum of it,
Yeah.
right? So yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Time to turn your hair orange. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do now, guys. I'm gonna bleach my hair. Yay! I'm not crazy.
Wait, no, wait. Why are you going to do that? Wait, no.
No, so here, let me show you my products. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second.
Yeah, this is important. This is important. Because this is what I do for a job. I do hair for a job. And so when someone says they're going to bleach their hair, I'm like, why the fuck are you going to?
Okay, so I'm using this.
Wait, no. Hold the fuck on. You're going to do it yourself?
Yeah!
No.
Yeah.
No, don't.
Yes.
Have you always done your own hair?
No.
Okay.
So
So you're really struggling for money, right?
no. So this is
Sarah.
Is this bad? It's taking all the color out.
Okay.
I might do it twice. Is that cool to do?
Can I see your ends quick?
No.
Why?
Because they
Why?
cut my hair in like 4 years.
Okay. And you have previously, because you're blonde before. I remember seeing your videos, like you were super blonde.
Oh yeah.
And so how did you get dark?
By doing it dark.
With
Somebody did it
At
for
home?
me. Somebody did it for me.
at a salon?
Yeah. But look,
Okay.
look at this, please. Okay, so this is like, look at that. That's
Do
not.
me a favor. Do me a favor and pick out a piece and hold it up and then go like this.
Oh no, it's gonna stand straight up, of course.
Okay, don't fucking bleach it!
What do you mean?
Sarah, it's gonna fall the fuck off.
Like straight up.
Yep. It's gonna fall the fuck off. You're going to be really upset
But
and
look
you're
at
gonna
this.
regret
Look at this. Hold on. Is this bad? Is this bad stuff? Like, is that? I can do that.
Oh yeah, that's the absolute worst stuff you can use.
Really?
Yeah. Have you ever watched a Brad Mondo video in your life?
So many.
Yeah, fuck!
So many of them.
Oh my god! Don't do it!
No. Wait. So can I at least just do this part so I can like put a different color on it?
What's your middle name?
Marie.
Sarah Marie, I swear to fucking God, if you do that to yourself, I am gonna say I told you so.
Okay.
I will.
No. So
Okay.
is this bad?
Hold on.
Is this bad?
Will you do me a favor? Yes, it's horrible. Will you do me a favor?
Really? What?
Consultations are free. Okay. Go to a consultation. You don't need to get your hair done.
Dude, just let me do it.
I'm not okay. You know what? You boo boo. But don't come crying to me when you.
Wait,
I
how
can't.
is this
I
the
can't.
worst?
All of it's the worst. Anything that's sold, was it at Sally's? Did you buy it at Sally's? Yeah. Sally's is not a professional store. They want you to think it's a professional store, but it is not a professional
I
store.
thought it was.
No. Sarah Marie.
Okay, so I should take all this shit back and let's go to what beauty brands tomorrow?
Just go to the nicest salon, book a consultation, go sit in the chair and just ask them questions like, what do you think I should do with my hair? This is the goal that I want. What's the process? What am I able to do? Um, is my hair able to take that? Um, do you want to shave your head? I mean, those are your options. Maybe just go get a haircut first.
Mm-mm.
I know. This is why you don't tell people before you do something because you're going to get the feedback you don't want, but it's probably what you should do, you know? I'm so glad we had this interview because if we didn't, you'd be fucking bald. You'd be interviewing people with a wig on.
Oh my gosh, no. Look at my hair standing straight up right there. Do you see it?
Yeah, oh, I see it.
That's so cute.
What shampoo and conditioner are you using?
Nexus.
Okay. Why do you use that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Which
So that's for like dry scalp and things like that. So do you have dry scalp?
no. Well, I
Okay.
do have psoriasis, so sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's good to have sometimes,
Okay.
but it's not good to use every day because it's drying your hair out even more.
Oh.
So what I would suggest to you is to go onto like Amazon and purchase Olaplex shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah.
Start using that.
Okay.
There's also a leave-in that you can use.
Mm-hmm.
Start with that. Use that for like a week. See how your hair feels.
Okay.
But in the meantime, book a consultation and just get the questions in and the feedback before you fuck your shit up.
Okay, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
I mean,
Mom.
I would just, as your friend, and as someone who like needs to like be presentable,
Yeah.
I promise you, you don't want to do that.
Oh.
I know, but they gotta have some good hair products in Kansas, or some good hairstylists.
They do.
Okay. Guys, can you gift her a bunch so she can go get her hair done?
I do need that. I actually do need that. No, like I'm not out here begging, man. Bro, I'm gonna get what I need and then I'm gonna be fine. Like we'll just go to Sally's and get some bleach, you know, whatever. Like it's not that deep. But I guess it is that deep. So
Leisha, Olaplex.
yeah, the Olaplex mask is really good.
Yeah, just start using that just to get your hair healthy enough for the process.
Yeah.
Why the Britney moment? Yeah, let's not do that. No, you're single, you're living your best life. Let's not like fuck it all up. You've already gone through a breakup.
Fund me for a hair appointment.
Yes. Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh, I know, Emery.
Why don't you schedule a battle
Oh, true.
and then use that to go get your hair done?
Yeah, that's real.
And no shame in your fucking game.
Period. Thank you.
Like, do you? Yeah. All right, I gotta go fucking do this stupid battle that I agreed to do.
Have fun with it.
All right, I love you. This was so much fun.
No, it was so fun for me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
You're so welcome.
We'll see you later.
All right, I'll talk to you.